What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Rex's Armory. It's been a while since I've done this, but I have recently competed in a run and gun 5K event, and I really just wanted to tell you all about it. Great experience. Did it with great guys. I would 100% do it again. It was very, very hard on my body, but hey, I would just absolutely love to do it again. I talked to some great fellas. I had an amazing time. I shot extremely well for my first time doing a run and gun. But I mean, I learned a lot of stuff. I just wanted to share my experience with y'all, and I also wanted to show you the gun that I used throughout this experience, I guess. Now, the gun I used is an updated version of my BCM 16-inch rifle. Now we're gonna do what Grand Thumb does. We're gonna go tip to butt. Now, this gun, I used a BCM comp muzzle device. This helped my gun shoot extremely flat. Helped it reduce recoil a lot. I absolutely love this muzzle device. But I would say if you're going to try and use your weapon to reduce muzzle flash, this ain't the muzzle device for you. I would say get a Surefire 3-prong flash hider, or if you're able to get one, a 4-prong, if that's even possible. And I would do that if you want to reduce the muzzle flash, or even get a suppressor if you can, because that's what I'm looking on getting soon. But yeah, here, next thing we're going to talk about is my Surefire white light. Now, during competition, my white light did cause some issues, but it's not because of its functionality. Functions great. But the main reason why it caused issues was because I had to manipulate through a lot of VTAC barriers, and these VTAC barriers, they had specific size holes in them for you to fit your gun through. And because of the size of the holes in the barriers, it couldn't fit through with my flashlight. So I found myself having to unscrew the flashlight, let it hang during that time, and just shoot without it on. But I still did very well even without it. And yeah, I still had a great time, and I still use this because I think every gun should have a white light on it. But yeah. Now, next thing we're going to talk about is the barrel length on this gun. Barrel length, 16-inch barrel. I found myself having to engage very close targets at like 20 meters away, and then I found myself having to engage very far targets at 600 meters. This gun got me there. I was having to account for a little bit of bullet drop on the gun, but I mean, this barrel still got me there. And in the past, I have thought about chopping this 16-inch barrel to a 14.5 and then pinning the muzzle device on there. But after this experience, I am thinking, no, I'm gonna keep this 16-inch barrel length because, I mean, hey, it gets me out far and gets me where I need to be. So as of right, and I don't think I really need a shorter barrel at the moment. So as of right now, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this barrel length. I love this barrel length. Now, I'm also using the Bravo Company manufacturing vertical foregrip. If y'all don't remember from the last time I showed you this gun, I had the vertical foregrip configured the other way, but now I have it configured the opposite direction. And that's because I found out, can't believe I found this out after the competition, but it just seats my hand a lot better this way, and it just feels a lot more comfortable. I'm able to wrap my hand around the whole rail. I'm able to wrap my hand around my light's pressure pad and use it whenever I need to, and this just helps me get my hand around the gun overall. So I'm keeping this vertical foregrip configured this way from now on. I used the BCM sling points right here, and these sling points, I think I need to learn how to properly use my sling, because I found I tightened up my sling as far as I could, but I don't think I'm using it right. It's either that I need to put the sling point a little further down my gun so I can get a little more tension in the sling, or I need to figure out how to tighten it properly, because I don't know if I'm tightening my sling properly. But still, these sling points worked very well. Didn't give up on me throughout the whole competition. Next thing I want to talk about, Optic. One of my favorite optics around. This is a Vortex Strike Eagle 1:6 magnification low power variable optic, or in other words, LPVO. I would highly recommend this optic for this kind of barrel length, this length of gun, because I mean, if you want a gun of this length, you're gonna want to try and get some targets that have a little more reach out there. And this optic will get you there. This, like I said earlier, this optic got me out to 600 meters. I'm sure I was having to account for some bullet drop, but I still was able to account for that bullet drop with the mil dots on here. And I didn't have to account for wind as much, but this optic, this barrel length, got me there. I highly recommend, if you're gonna get a 16-inch gun, I would highly recommend an LPVO on this length of gun. That's just how I feel. If you want a different type of optic for this length gun, that's fine. It's up to you. I want you guys to do you, but this is just what I like, and this is what I kind of recommend. Now, mags, I was using a mix of Daniel Defense and P mags throughout this competition, and Daniel Defense mags held up extremely well. I was rolling around the dirt and the muck for a lot of this competition, and I got more of the P mags a lot dirtier. I need to clean them out a little more. But I mean, yeah, I literally just chucked one of the P mags fell off of my belt, and it just rolled around in like a huge pile of dirt. I picked it up, and while it was still covered in dirt, threw it in this gun, engaged, and then just sent that bulk carrier group forward, and that mag just ran all the rounds in that magazine without jamming up ever. So hey, it's great to know that P mags work very well. But yeah, so next I want to talk about is my pistol grip. I used to have a different Magpul pistol grip on here. I forget what the exact type of Magpul pistol grip it was, but this pistol grip is a Magpul K2 rubberized pistol grip. And this pistol grip it's a lot more, the word is body mechanically correct, because a lot of the old A2 pistol grips and the last Magpul pistol grip I was using, it was more angled at like a 45-degree angle. This one is put at a lot lower angle, and it feels a lot better on my wrists to use this pistol grip. Plus, it's a rubberized grip. I love rubberized grips. It just keeps my hand on the gun at all times. Yeah, and there's two more things I want to talk about with this gun. My charging handle. I know many of you, if you have watched my last BCM video, you know I had an issue with this charging handle, this BCM charging handle. But I figured out, because dumb past me didn't know how AR-15s really worked, it wasn't the charging handle that was causing the resistance issues with my gun. It was my buffer spring. Now, I am going to end up replacing my buffer spring in this gun in the future, since they're not really expensive. They're like $4. But I found out it was the buffer spring and that Palmetto State Armory sent with the lower that ended up kind of messing up the resistance with the bulk carrier group, with the charging handle, and so on and so forth. But I mean, I am going to replace it in the future. As of right now, I literally just lubed it up, and it's still running pretty well. But yeah, and the last thing I want to talk about is this Magpul CTR stock. I love this stock. I really do. But I don't think that it's the right stock for this gun. So I found that when I was using this gun, I wanted more of a cheek weld, and this stock couldn't really give me that. So I'm thinking of upgrading to a different brand of Magpul stock or a different brand of BCM stock that has a lot more of a cheek weld on it. And I want to, when the time comes, I'd like to take the stock and I'd like to throw it on my Mark 18 and turn it into an SBR. So yeah, I mean, that's my Bravo Company Manufacturing and Palmetto State Armory 16-inch rifle. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk to you guys about, and that is training with your kit. There's going to be people out there who are going to tell you, you don't need to train with your kit. What are you, a damn LARPer? Don't listen to those people. Ignore them. If people call you a LARPer, that's okay, because you're actually getting out there. You're training with your kit. You're learning how to properly use the items on your kit. Learn how to use your med kit correctly. Learn how to use a tourniquet. Learn how to use all the medical equipment inside of it. Learn how to manipulate your holster, your mag holders. If you have a knife on your belt, learn how to properly use the items on your plate carrier. Learn how to use radio equipment. And communication is very important. I would try and find a communication class to go and take. Learn how to use your helmet, a ballistic helmet, I'm hoping, if you have the money, because ballistic helmets can save your life. And also learn how to use your night vision if you got night vision. Learn how to use every item on your kit and learn how to be proficient with it. Don't listen to all those assholes who are calling you LARPers. Know that you're out there, you're getting some, and you're doing a lot more than they could ever do. So, that's all I gotta say for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hey, watch out for those wrist rockets.